All right, boys, have a seat. We need to do a match preview between Chelsea versus Wolves this weekend, so stick around as we dive deeper into it. For those that don't know who I am, my name is Mike, huge fan of the best team in London, which happens to be Chelsea. If you agree with that, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that. Now, in today's video, like I said, is the preview between Chelsea versus Wolves. This is going to be a big match for both clubs. Now, Chelsea, obviously, they're sitting a little bit better right now in the table. They're sitting in 5th position with a game behind the top 3 teams. So, again, Arsenal, Manchester City, and Tottenham. But, again, they wouldn't even be in the top 3 even if they had won their last match. It'd be still a point behind Tottenham. But still, this is a big game for the club itself because we finally are getting things going in the right direction. As we saw in the Champions League, Chelsea versus AC Milan, scoring 3 goals, keeping a clean sheet, and just actually looking like a solid team. It was even the first match that Chelsea's had multiple shots, I believe 6 shots on goal since week 1, which again, that is a hard pill to swallow for any club, especially Chelsea with all the talent that we have at this club. So again, I think Graham Potter is getting things going in the right direction, which is bad news for Wolves, who on their end have a new manager/manager interim since they let go of Bruno in their last match. They only have 6 points out of 8 matches, so obviously Wolves have been struggling. So this could be a big issue for them going into this match as well because they're not really going to know what tactics to play for the most part. That being said, though, there could still be a manager bounce with the interim. You never know what can happen. Some players may try to play a little bit better. So again, you do have to worry about that. And on top of that, we also have to worry about Diego Costa, who we all know what he's known for. Yes, he can score goals, but also he can get under the skin of any defender. He has that knack to do that. He did it very, very well when he played for us at Chelsea. We saw multiple times throughout the entire seasons that he played at Chelsea. And again, he might be able to do that this game with Thiago Silva, even though I think Thiago Silva is a very smart player, very intelligent, doesn't make too many mistakes, but you never know. Diego Costa can sometimes find the right buttons and push those buttons and cause players to really not play the well as they should. So that being said, though, let's talk about what Graham Potter is most likely going to do for this match with the tactics and formation. So in our last match against AC Milan, we saw us do a back 5. So possibly Potter may go back to that, even though I think a back 4 may be the better option against Wolves. I think we have more attacking mindset. More players in the midfield, I think, will help us control this entire match. And therefore, I think we will go with a back 4. Now, obviously, the first thing we need to talk about is our goalkeeper. I think Kepa still gets to start in this match. Hasn't really played too bad at all since starting in most of these matches, and especially since Graham Potter's been there. So again, it's right now his position to lose. So again, I think he starts this match. Even though Mendy is fully fit, I don't see the reason why Mendy would start over Kepa since, like I said, the last couple of games, Kepa's looked fairly good. So again, he deserves a start. Now in our back line, this is where it gets a little interesting because Chilwell didn't play that great in our last match, and therefore I think Cucurella will get the start. Again, this is going to be a back 4, so he's off on the left B. And when I think of the CBs, we're going to go with Thiago Silva, and Fofana is out. We'll talk about him a little bit more later in this video. But Thiago Silva, and I think Koulibaly gets to start alongside him, even though I could see Azpilicueta being that player. But I think Koulibaly and Thiago Silva will be our back 2 CBs. And obviously on the right, the best right back in the entire world, Reece James will get the start again. Just a freak of nature. This guy is so good at what he does. Hopefully he can stay healthy this entire season because we saw what happened last year when he got hurt, obviously with Ben Chilwell as well. When those players both got injured, it was a massive blow to this team. Reece James, again, is so creative, so defensively, so much pace, such an intelligent player. I can go on and on and on about this player, but still, he will be starting. And again, I think he'll make massive contributes to this game. Now, in the midfield, it gets a little interesting because, again, I'm not too sure exactly what Graham Potter is going to want to do here. And N'Golo Kante is still kind of getting back from the injury. So, again, I don't think he plays at all this match, even though he may be on the bench. I don't think we're going to rush him back in, which, again, I think is what we need to do. Slowly ease him back into the starting 11. So, with that being said, then, I think that do another 2-2-2. I know it kind of transforms into different formations for the most part, but I think a 2-2-2 is most likely going to make sense for this team right now. So I think Kovacic and Georgina are going to be that first back two for the most part in our midfield. Both these guys playing very, very well. So again, it makes sense that both these players will start. Now, that being said, then moving up to the next 2-2 position, this can be kind of up in the air for most players because, again, there are multiple players that deserve to start. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, though, I think is one of the players that should start this game. Again, he's been playing very, very well with Chelsea, very creative, links up with a lot of the players. So again, it makes sense to have him start this match. Again, after seeing him play these last couple matches, again, if he can keep this rhythm, this momentum going with him, again, he can be a great player. It's just one of these times he slowly has a dip and then bounces back. So hopefully this isn't the game that he has a dip because, like I said, he is a very phenomenal player for us at Chelsea. Again, very creative and definitely opens up a lot of space for other players around him. Now, the other player next to him, that's where it gets a little tricky because I think it can be either Mason Mount or Conor Gallagher, and I could definitely see Conor Gallagher starting this game because the guy is just an energizer bunny. The guy can run all over the pitch. And that being said, Mason Mount has been struggling as of lately, though I think Graham Potter still sees that this is a phenomenal player too, has a lot of talent. But in this game, I think Conor Gallagher is going to be pairing with Ruben Loftus-Cheek as that middle 2-2. And then up top, fairly obvious who we're starting then. We have Raheem Sterling and Aubameyang. Both these players were just great signings. I know there was a lot of issues with Aubameyang coming in because obviously it was a Thomas Tuchel signing, but he's been fitting in quite well at Chelsea, if I do say so myself. Back-to-back games with goals, and again, I think he's going to score in this game as well. Raheem Sterling, I think, is needing a goal as well, or maybe an assist. The guy's been coming very close, so again, both these players, I think, are going to just run rampant on the Wolves in this match. Now, that being said, one of the big injuries we need to talk about too is Wesley Fofana, who will be out for roughly about 4 weeks, which again, that is a good thing to hear because when I first saw the injury, I wasn't too sure if it was going to be a long injury, if there was any tears, but apparently there was no tears in the knee for the most part. So again, should be back in 4 weeks. Luckily, we do have some depth in our defense. So again, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, Azpilicueta, Trevor Chalobah, just to name a few players. So again, this will give him time to rest up. Though it is sad because in October, we do have so many matches this month. But again, hopefully he can rest up and get back to playing for this team. So that being said, my prediction for this game, I think Chelsea do win this game fairly easy. I think we do keep another clean sheet against Wolves. I don't really see anyone scoring from Wolves. Maybe Diego Costa getting a little close, but I see us winning 3-0 in this game. I think Aubameyang finds the back of net again, keeping his streak going. I think Ruben Loftus-Cheek actually finds the back of net, and Thiago Silva, of all our defenders, I think will score a goal in this game off a corner kick. So that is my prediction in this match, 3-0. We get all 3 points. So again, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below because I get this video to more and more fans such as yourself. And that is it, and I will see you next time.